I want to get into, like, for those who don't know, you guys are from the ACG guild, right? And I'd like you guys to tell, like, because I have never been a guild member before, like affiliated with a guild. I've never played MMORPGs like that, so I don't even know what guilds are actually for. Um, so if you guys could break down, like, what are guilds, like, what's the purpose for guilds for people like me that just have no idea? What can we expect from guilds? Like, what do they do for us? And what is it that you guys specifically at ACG trying to do with your community, and what are the goals there? I think Caveman, you're probably better prepared to take this one. I don't know if I'm making a
Yeah.
bad assumption there, but
No, no, you're good.
yeah,
Yeah, so ACG, what we try to stand for, we're a neutral guild that's trying to be inclusive of everyone with a focus in competitive gameplay. We really want to take over the leaderboard and give people something to study, a way to learn the game, master the game, and reach those higher ranks, especially once yield gets in place. We definitely want to be someone who can help you reach that point where you're actually making money. And so that's one way that ACG helps. The other way is helping people make the transition from Web 2 to Web 3. Obviously, there's a lot of crypto stuff. You're like, how do I set up a wallet? So we as a guild are able to help them make that transition, learn all the basics so that they can get set up, get into Illuvium, learn how to stake if they want to also get in part of the governance side of things. So those are the two big things. But guilds as a general, I think that there's a couple different purposes. One is crypto, one is competitive gameplay, and another one is just social interaction.
yeah,
That's probably the biggest one. And if you go back to any other MMORPG or city builder, that's actually where I started. My first guild was in a city builder. It's teamwork. It's having someone to play with, because gaming isn't always fun by yourself, and
yeah.
it's always a lot more fun, in my opinion, when you have a good friend that you can talk shit to, and just have a lot of fun with. So that's my general idea of how guilds should be run.
Yeah.
Probe, if you have any other thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, also it depends. I think there are different types. It's all about the strategy of the guild. I know for sure, like you explained very well, ACG is all about the game, how to be good at the game, how to help people, beginners, and just. I guess when the game will start and we all have to catch our first illuvials, we will have a lot of people who will be lost, maybe me, even me, I don't know, but we'll be there to try to help each other, trying to
Yeah.
find tips, strategies, what's good to capture, what's not good, where we should focus. And then after, when we try to do some PvP stuff, we can also share some good strategies among each other. And this is the core strategy of ACG. I know that not all the guilds in general are the same. Like, all of them have their own perks,
Yeah.
pros and cons, of course. And it's all about finding what you want to do in Illuvium and then trying to find a guild that suits the needs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because yeah.
and like
I'll go for it.
Groovy Daddy also mentioned scholarships. That's another thing, especially more recently with crypto guilds, because some people can't afford to play these
Yeah.
games, especially like Axie Infinity. Back when I got in first, you needed like 2K to get started, and that's
Yeah.
just not possible for a lot of people, especially kids that are, or younger people that want to get into it, or third world citizens. Some of them can really struggle to get the funds for that. So that's one way guilds can help. That might be a possibility with Illuvium. I know we're dabbling in that and trying to figure out if we're going to dive into that hard, but that's definitely another way that guilds help. Thanks for pointing out, Groovy.
Yeah, because I know I was gonna say about the scholarships. I know Polemos is that's something that they're really focusing on, the whole scholarships
Mm-hmm.
and lending system. I know they're trying to do that. But and so you're saying that ACG is thinking about something. Nothing's obviously set in stone yet. Is that a direction you guys want to go in, or do you guys want to focus specifically and really target the competitive scene, or do you want to try and spread
Yeah,
your reach out a little bit? I don't know if that's the right way of
so
saying it, but
the cool thing is we have a partnership with alluvialmaster.com now.
Yeah.
And we can use that website as a hub for everything that we're trying to do: pro guides, coaching, an academy, and then also scholarships on top of that. So having those scholarships, is just another revenue stream for us, and being able to give back to our community. We're thinking of ways that if we drop a token, maybe we could have part of those proceeds go to scholars in that capacity, even though I know scholars is not a great term for that anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, fair. And with the like the last thing I kind of want to I want to focus on in the whole like guild thing, and especially actually there's two things, but with you guys in general and focusing on competitive sides and yeah, focusing on the competitive side, what do you guys like? What are you guys doing already to cultivate that, and what future plans do you have to continue to cultivate that and develop that? Are there specific ideas that you guys already have that you want to implement in the future, or that you're already implementing now? Like, how are you cultivating that competitive environment in ACG?
Yeah.
Either of you can
Start
take that.
off.
Sorry, I should be
I
throwing
can.
the questions to you guys. You guys can
It's
just
fine,
take
it's
it.
fine. Well, for now, actually, more and more people from the guild are having access to the game. So it's great news because that allows like just us to be able to talk about strategies, the game, like just we are talking right now,
Yeah.
nothing more than that, just sharing our thoughts. This already is like a culture, a mindset of trying to learn the game, get better at the game, and trying to crack it somehow. And I think this is first of all the main condition in order to have this culture around trying the game. Also, I know that personally, for instance, as a content creator, my aim is also to make a channel where I can share all the things I'm learning about the game and try to share as many as to as many as possible. And I think also this is part of the culture of the guild, is like sharing the information. It's not like, oh, we keep it for ourselves so we can have a competitive advantage. There's no point. We just try to get as many people as possible on board and just try to enjoy the game and potentially, we don't know, earn from that, make a living from that later.
Yeah. And also, this is something that I've experienced in like in competitive Smash Bros. Is if you try and keep everything to yourself, you kind of stagnate. If other people don't find out how to like actually beat you or anything, you kind of stagnate. But if you're opening it up and letting everyone kind of figure it out, and you're telling people how to counter you, they get better, which means you have to get better to constantly grow. So I think that openness and transparency is really like, I get why people wouldn't want to do that for the competitive advantage, but actually long term, I think it is better for that transparency to put it out there, and it makes everyone get better, and it makes the meta just more exciting in general, and it makes it more skilled. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, go for it.
If you don't mind me, TSG.
Yeah.
Touching on it more specifically, like our guild name is actually Agora Capital Gaming, and Agora is a Greek term for like an open place where you can build community and whatnot. And our whole philosophy from the beginning has been, hey, if we can gather dedicated, motivated people who are learning this content, put them together in the same place and help each other grow,
Yeah.
all of us will reach the highest potential we can. And that's the whole point of I think guilds in a way also.
Yeah. No, that's a philosophy that I definitely I can get behind that. Like that, it makes a lot of sense to me.